the third video, second of our operating states. So we were talking about operating states of the formulation of teams or big initiatives. And if you remember, these 7 operating states are formulation, concentration, momentum, stability, mastery, and then if things start to go wrong with that team or that big initiative, it could be emergency and danger. And last week, I posted on the first of these operating states, which is formulation. So imagine you've gone through the process of formulation. I described what that was, relationships being critical, the communication, the fact that team or that initiative is spoken into existence. We talked about some of the key principles for formulation, and now I want to talk about the second stage, and that is concentration. So the second operating state, concentration. With a formulated team and project, operating state of concentration allows you to establish the initial systems. And I don't mean technology systems or software systems or any of that kind of thing, but just the methods for producing the results before you start innovating so much, right? And certainly we've been doing that a lot with the leadership programs that I've been involved with. In concentration, you're reducing inertia, right? Or the lack of movement and momentum through leadership. And you're gaining some real measurable velocity. That's really important, right? That you start to see things actually happening during concentration operating state. The focus in concentration is now kind of more inward, right? It's on a project, it's on the initiative, it's on that team and the leadership. And communication shifts from outwardly directed. If you remember in formulation, you're kind of communicating out. It's now much more inward within the team. Emphasis is on clear short-term results. Attention is really concentrated on one or at most a few things at a time. And focus needs to be intense and really managed. And integrity, I've talked about that a few times before. Integrity is so crucial when you're in the operating state of concentration. Promises have to be made and have to be kept. And when they're not kept, they have to be accounted for. It's really important at this stage. Action somewhat economical. You don't have to be doing huge things here. Distractions, unnecessary conversations, and then actions that are not really directly task related, not really useful during the operating state of concentration. Early in concentration, it takes about 10 units of effort in to get 1 unit of effort out. So it's still, it takes some work, but it's not complex work. So principles of concentration: work hard, expect hard work to continue through this state of concentration, make frequent requests of others and promises to others, for those concrete results. Hold yourselves and others accountable by having frequent conversations. Communicate mistakes so you and others learn from them. Communicate broken promises, and it's okay. You have to accept that that's part of just being a great accountable team, right? You're not blaming anybody. It's just the way things happen sometimes. Try to eliminate distractions. Work during times that make sense for people. Try to accommodate so that people don't get distracted with other things going on. Communicate successes in ways that really sort of validate the work. I can't overemphasize how important it is for human beings. We actually look for recognition even more than reward sometimes, when we have a good system in place. Communicate breakdowns, results that, weren't really planned for. Make sure you're coaching and supporting people. And then, as I said, system is really important now at this point. So, put procedures or manuals or documents or checklists or whatever it might be, some of the materials that we've seen a lot in our various leadership team efforts over the past few months, really important. And for me, it's kind of saying that, where we are at Action now with a lot of the leadership team work that we're doing is really maybe in this phase of concentration. Giving those instructions and making sure that people know how to follow them is really important. And then when concentration is over, you'll know it and you can move on to that next state. And if you remember what that is, that's momentum. So really excited to talk to you about momentum next week. And as always, try to make it practical. Try to put it into practice. Try to make it have context with what you're doing right now. And as always, if you enjoy this, please subscribe, hit a like, and share with anybody that you think might get some value from it. Okay? And thanks again.